Hey, what's up, you guys? Carlton here, and it has been quite a while since I posted a video to the Hustle Blueprint channel. And there are so many things that I want to talk about that I just had to get started. So if you're new to this channel, I created this YouTube channel for my kids who are grown, and eventually for my grandkids, for my nieces, nephews, close friends, and everyone that I give advice, life advice to, and passing down all of the knowledge that I amassed in the last 55 years in life to help you make a better way and to give you the blueprint of success. So in this video, we're going to talk about buying new cars and why I despise new car dealerships. Now, disclaimer, they're not all bad. There are some very good examples out there, dealerships where you have honest to goodness, good people who have your best interest at heart. And I have, 2 or 3 very close friends that I know of that work at new car dealerships who do an outstanding job and are truly helping people, and they're making good money because of how much value that they bring to the community, rather than trying to get rich on every single deal and take advantage of people. So let's leave the good ones aside, and I'm going to be talking about the ones that are unfortunately in the majority, who I am warning you about. And I'm going to tell you the signs to look for and the things that you should avoid if you do have to interact with and deal with a new car dealer. So here recently, my brother had bought a used truck. It was at a used and new car dealership in St. Louis, Missouri. And he had a budget in mind before he went in that he wanted to find, something dependable that he could use for his lawn mowing business, somewhere in the range of, say, $12,000 to $14,000. Well, they weren't having that. They started on the high end and then settled on a 2014 Chevy 4-door 1500 Silverado that was priced at, I think, $22,000, $23,000. And they went to every possible financing company that they could to get him approved. And the interesting thing is, knowing at that price, it would put him in a financial tight spot. It was too much of a price, and that monthly payment was going to really hurt, because we figured that the $12,000 to $14,000 level was about the most that he needed to take on in order to finance. But they pushed him. So when he got there, they showed him several vehicles. They were given excellent service, and they were pushing him to get the more expensive cars and telling him that there would be a better chance of getting financing on the newer vehicles than the old ones, because the lenders were more likely to approve him when you're picking up something that has, say, it's a more recent, model, like 2014 or newer. And their reasoning was that, a lender doesn't want a loan on something that's older than that because it won't hold the value. So long story short, they miraculously found a lender who would be able to do the $22,000 deal. But here's where things went awry. They snuck in the extra warranty, which was $5,000. Yeah, $5,000 for a 2-year warranty, an extended warranty. And so when my brother had read the details on the contract, on the sticker, it said that the current warranty was still active. But what he did not understand is that it was not transferable. And so then they snuck in behind there and added in the warranty to the price of the truck, among other things, gap insurance, and we'll talk about that, and some other stuff. And by the time it was all said and done, the purchase price was over $29,000. Now, the average retail value of the truck is $22,000. And so sure enough, this put him at a $660 a month monthly payment. So he was having some financial difficulties, and I had stepped in 6 months later to help him to figure out where can we shave costs off of your expenses and fix this financial situation and get it turned around. So looking at the paperwork from the purchase of that vehicle, I quickly noticed that the gap insurance was there, the 2-year extended warranty was there, and a few other add-ons that they twist your arm to purchase when you close. After you say yes, and then they strong arm you, they have another person, the finance person, strong arm you and push you to allow them to add these things into your deal. And this is after you've only been approved for the retail price, which was supposedly $22,000. So I did a little research after informing my brother that the gap insurance is probably a good thing, but we can cut that and take our chances, but that this extended warranty was extraneous. And he didn't know that that's what ramped up the price of the balance to $29,000. He thought that the previous warranty was still active and it was nullified on the transfer of the title of the vehicle to a new owner. So this was 6 months down the road and so many miles had already been driven on the truck. And so we contacted the extended warranty company that the dealership uses. And they said, well, you can cancel at any time, but you'll only get a refund of the prorated amount. And based on the mileage that was on the vehicle by then, he would only get half of that back, like $2,500. So we started the process of getting that refund. We had to get the extended warranty company to get us the form. Then we had to fill it out, sign it, send it back to them, have them sign it, wait for them to send it back to us to send to the dealership to sign, and then they would issue the refund. They said the process normally takes 30 days, but we have been involved in this for 75 days. It got so bad that I had to threaten the use of an attorney to step in and send a demand letter and take them to court if they did not get the check issued. We had done everything they told us to do, and they were stonewalling. After I made the threat with the attorney, they decided to give a full refund and not a prorated refund, probably because they know that this is a rip-off, extra profit incentive item that they stick into deals that makes them a lot of money. It was pretty sad just thinking that 6 months of ownership and so many miles down the road, and you never even once got to use that warranty, but you gave $2,500 for the possibility of using it. Forget the fact that if you did have to use it, you probably would have to jump through so many hoops that you'd never get to the point of even getting coverage if something went wrong with the vehicle. Probably also there are so many nitpicking disclaimers and conditions on what is covered, the majority of these things probably never get reimbursed. So getting rid of the $2,000 gap insurance and the $5,000 extended warranty service brought what was owed on the truck down to $22,000 and change. And then we're going to go for a refinance to pull the price down. But in hindsight, I should have been there to help him when he got to that signing room, because it had been a long time before he had bought a new or close to new vehicle at a dealership. And when you don't go in with a wingman or a wingwoman who is not your spouse, it's very hard to fight against the team when they get you into the closing, because your salesman is going to be your best friend. That's the good cop. And the bad cop is going to be that financial person who does all of the closing and signing the forms. And they come down on you hard. They give you all sorts of warnings. They twist your arm. They talk fast, and they rush you and make you feel bad for going against the grain and not agreeing to all of the extra garbage like paint protection, which is pure profit, where they tack on an extra $500 to give you a little $10 bottle of squirty stuff that they rub on the car that might last for 6 months and not prevent any scratches on your clear coat? That's a topic for a whole nother video. But anyway, they add all these extra things on and they will twist your arm and apply maximum pressure and use every tactic known to man, the good cop, bad cop tactics, in order to extract maximum profits from your pocket. And then when all the excitement settles and when you're off of your dopamine rush, when that next monthly payment hits, then you realize maybe I messed up being stuck with a super high car payment for the next 5 to 6 years. So my recommendation and advice is, first of all, avoid new car dealerships. Second of all, if you do have to go in and buy a car at a dealership, have a person, if not your spouse, please get a friend or another financial expert and somebody who is really good at being the bad guy, who can very easily shut a deal down, tell someone no, and tell you you need to walk away from this deal. You need to have your bad cop along with you to play against their good cop, bad cop duo. If it is possible, buy from a private owner. Do your research, find out what the repair history is on a car, and avoid going to the dealerships. Avoid it at all costs. Or go in and tell them from the jump, I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I will not agree to at the table once we get to a price that we think is fair for purchasing a car. And if you want to add anything to that price, it comes out of your pocket. In other words, let's say your budget is $10,000. You let them know that they're free to add gap insurance or anything else they want. However, it's coming out of the pre-agreed upon price and will not be tacked on as an add-on. So that's my advice to you. Be careful at the used and new car lots, the dealerships. Watch yourself. Take somebody with you who can be mean and be a bad cop and help you to be able to walk away from a deal before you get your arm twisted and get stuck in debt, because vehicle purchases are the worst possible financial investments you can make. The minute you drive them off the lot, your car is devalued. On the next video, I'm going to tell you what happens when you buy that car and you have buyer's remorse and you want to take it back. I'll tell you what you're up against, and it's going to be a very important video, so make sure you tune in, like, and subscribe, and then post your comments to tell me if you have a horror story about dealing with a new car lot or a used car lot and a pushy, pesky salesman. Or if you got double teamed by the financial advisor when you went into the closing. That's all I got for now. We'll see y'all on the next one.